Hi all, today I'm going to show you how to make a Japanese anemone. Okay, generally you see the anemone centers in the as a black. The Japanese one has green center, so this is something different. So I thought I will show you this. It's a very simple flower and it looks beautiful on cakes. So let me start by telling you what all is needed. I have the veiners. Okay, I have two different set of veiners for anemone here. Then my gum paste. Here I have semolina. I have a mix of yellow and green, so you get this kind of fresh green when you mix that. Okay, so I've used petal dust. I've mixed green and yellow in equal parts, so I got this fresh green. Okay, then you need to have your pliers and nippers. Then I have here yellow stamens, the very fine yellow stamens. Very fine yellow stamens I have. So okay, you need to have these kind of yellow stamens. Then the golf tool. A lot of people they keep on asking me where to get it. Online you get it. You need to mention it as the tag word as golf tool for flowers or golf tool for sugar flowers. And then you get a lot of people selling this. You can buy it from them. So let's start that, and you need a wire. So I've either taken an 18 or 16 wire. Then I've made a shepherd hook here. Okay, using your plier, just bend it, and I've made a shepherd hook here. Okay, so I have my gum paste here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Okay, here I've just taken a paste, applied a little bit of green, the fresh green in this, just to give a base color to the dough. Then just roll it. Okay, just roll it. So this I find it little bit big, so I'm going to make it a little bit more smaller. Just make it a nice quick small ball, a clean finish. You see, a clean finish. Okay, you want the size of the ball? I'm going to show you. It is exactly, I will say, 1.5 cm. Okay, it's 1.5 cm the ball is. Then I have the shepherd hook here, so use your glue a little bit. Don't take too much, just remove the excess glue, and then you can insert it. Okay, and then squeeze this edges. Just keep this, make sure you squeeze this edges and firm it up. The ball should be nice and flat here. See, make a nice shape here. So it's not very odd. Okay, so just squeeze them here. See, it's a nice finish. Okay, once you have done this, start applying the glue everywhere generously. The cutters, what I'm going to use here is a teardrop cutter. Okay, so there's nothing to buy a special cutter for this. You can use a teardrop cutter. It will look beautiful. We'll do some alterations in the petal that I'm going to show you later. Okay, see this. Once you have done like that, you have the semolina powder. Just take the powder and just sprinkle on the center. Just sprinkle on the center. The top should be more covered, so just make sure your top is covered neatly. No need to have too much of powder in the down, because it's not going to stay. Once we are going to add the petals, some powder will fall off. So try to concentrate more on the top, because this is what is going to be more visible. This flower looks so delicate when you add, and it comes in so many different colors, so it can suit your cakes. Any color you make, you could see it could suit your cakes. Just sprinkle them nicely and cover them. Okay, see this? This is more than enough. Okay, it had small pores. To show that it has that pores, we are using this semolina powder. Okay, a fine semolina powder I'm using. If you don't have a semolina powder, or if you don't have this, you can always use gelatin powder. Okay, the fine powder of the gelatin also can be colored and it can be used. Okay, this is your center. So let this get dry for a few hours and then we will start working on this. Now I'm going to show you how to make the petals. For the petals, I have here the teardrop cutters, exactly the size which fits into the veiner I have. So two, and I have two different sizes as I told you, and the two different veiners it fits in. And I've taken 26 wires. You can even take 28 wires also if you have. And then the rolling pin I have taken now. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how to make the petals. The petals which I'm going to do is, you can do it in any color, but I prefer to have it more white. The white looks more beautiful and more delicate. Okay, so I'm going to do it with white. So let's start how to do it. And this Japanese anemone, generally they have 5 petals. Okay, most of the flowers have 5. Very rarely you see 6, but generally this anemone has only 5 petals. Okay, and a lot of seedlings kind. So I'm going to show you the other part also, how to make that separately and how we are going to join also. Okay, in this, so I've taken a small ball. Okay, we are going to use the same method, the ridge method in this, because white looks more divine and nice. So I'm just going for white here. Just go ahead and then press and then release it. Then release it like this, as much thin as possible, and then go ahead and then once again press and release it, so you get your ridge nicely here. So make sure as thin as possible. It will look very delicate. The petals will look very delicate. So make sure you're working it as thin as possible. Okay, try to make the ridge even thin. If you can make the ridge even thin, then that's well and good. And then stretch this part, as well as I always say, stretch the top part. So once you stretch that, now we're going to use the big petal cutter for this. Just press, take it out. And as I have the other side also, I'll try to work on with another petal. So at a stretch, so I could work on 2 petals. Okay. Yes, see, I could work on with 2 petals. Just press and then release. So once you have done that, once you have done that, then start removing it. Just clear your spatula and then remove the excess. Now once you have done that, just remove your petal like this. Quickly I'm going to dip into the edible glue, remove the excess. Just glide in until you reach the ridge part, edge of the ridge part, and then seal this part in. And now I'm just going to keep it here. Just always try to settle this as much as possible. So I'm just going to take some corn flour and then dip here so it settles nicely. Okay, now I'm going to just hold it and a quick press. Yeah, see, when I quick press, see that I'm going to take it. See how beautiful it has come, the vein. So just squeeze this part and settle this, and if you could see how thin the veins could be visible, and in the light it's super thin. I will show you out the end product later. Okay, so like this we are going to make 5 of it. Okay, or we can always do is we can make 2 or 3 big petal and another 1 or 2 small. Okay, so it's a mix and match. It's not going to be the same petal. Okay, so now this is one shape I've done. The other shape I'm going to show you what generally the anemone will have is, I'm going to show you that. This you can just place it like that itself in an apple tray or something, so the shape is already there. Okay, the next petal I'm going to show you a small difference in that. See, I use these kind of cups which you have the toppers of the cup, so you can even just leave it like this. Okay, even this is okay if you have. The next one, the small one I have taken here, the small one, once again dip it in your edible glue, clear it off, and then glide into the ridge until you find the edge of the ridge. See, and then seal this part. Okay, now I'm going to use a small veiner. Once again, the small veiner, and I'm going to use, I'm just going to keep it here. See, the shape is exactly here, and then just hold your other top veiner, just a quick press. Okay, just squeeze it up. You see, a clean finish, and it's nice and thin, and you can see all the veins beautifully fallen in. Okay, so this I'm using a homemade gum paste, so this is amazing ones to use, and it's more pocket friendly. So always I use my own gum paste recipe in this. Okay, the next set I'm going to show you. Once again, before that I'm going to place this guy also here. Okay, this guy also here like that. The next one which I'm going to show you will be a bit different. Once again, take your gum paste, just work on it, condition it. Once you have done that, the same way we are going to make a ridge. Use the ridge method. Okay, so once you have done that, actually when we finish this flower, they look so beautiful and delicate, and you can fill your whole cake with this and with this foliage. So different and so nice they are. Then then keep on doing the usual same flowers. See, all these are nice ones, and see, there is no need to buy of any cutter, because just your teardrop, always I tell them teardrop cutter, with that you can make so many different flowers. Just I'm releasing it out here as usual. Okay, then I'm going to do the cutting. Okay, let me do the cutting from here. Okay, just a quick press. Okay, and then I'll use a small one here. Just quick press and release it. In this, a small variation I'm going to show you. Okay, So I'm going to use the roller cutter. So see, you can always work on it. Just a small heart shape cut. Okay, I'm going to just make a heart shape cut. So I'm just going to like this, then just go ahead like this, a smooth cut. Okay, there's no need to be it's very sharp, just to show the variation of a different flower, of a different petal. Sorry, yeah, just see, you see this, to show the variation I have just did a small cutting there. So now once again, make sure you enter until the ridge. Okay, then squeeze them here, then place it on your veiners. So I'm just pressing it with the cornflower bag because I wanted to have the base down shape should be also perfect. Okay, now you see like this. Okay, even I could shape it a bit more. This you can always shape it a bit more also. I feel like I need some more. It's all, if you see the real flower, then you will know what I'm doing. Will shape you out. Just bring that shape. Okay, and what I will do here is, so this one is, see, it's not all the petals are not going to look the same. So always you can take your golf tool behind and then just give bends. Okay, just give a nice soft bends, so the petal also will look more delicate and nice. See, just the edges alone. Okay, just the edges alone, to make it more realistic. So try not to spoil your vein. We are just here, and generally, see, once you have done bends like that, you can always use a ball tool and just roll it. Just give some depths. See, I'm rolling the ball. Okay, I'm not pressing it out, because if I press it hard, the veins will go. So I'm just rolling the ball, so I'll get some indents, deep indents, so it looks like more of a real flower, real petal. See, you see, you can always bend some more also. This all depends upon how much or what real flower you're looking in and you're working on. Okay, this is absolutely not necessary. If you just want to make a quick flower, don't even bother of doing all these things. Just make the petal as I have shown you, and no need of variations to be shown. Okay, so like this. So these are small variations you can always show. See, I'll just get the petals like this. So now let's create the center. So what we need for the center is, I have just taken a green floral tape and cut into two. Okay, then I have the stamens. As I told you, we need to use a very fine thin stamens. Okay, this is stamens we will be using. And then you need a nipper So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut the stamens into two like this. Okay, same like that I'm going to do with this. 3 or 4 bunches, depends upon the size. So let me start with 3 bunches and I'm just cutting them into 2, each bunch into 2. Okay, here see this, you could see the bends here I made. Okay, this how I do is from here just go hold it like that, see, so you have a nice curl. Okay, so this, because they are very stiff, so to make them bend a bit like that I am just making that curl. Okay, you can even just leave it like that, but the curl gives you a kind of natural look. Okay, same thing for all the bunches I'm going to do from the top. Just bend them nicely, see. Just this edges alone, can use your golf tool like this or any tool, so it bends accordingly, see. Don't make it too bent, just a bit. I just want to have that natural look, so I'm just bending it. Okay, or else it will be very stiff and straight. See, that's what I'm doing here. Just bend it like this, bend it like this, so when we are joining it will be more near, that's the point. I'll show you what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, now here is your center. Okay, so as I told you, see this, where I'm going to keep this here, you see how it covers, just covers here. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. So if you keep it like this, see, it gets covered here, right? So now I'm just going to I'm just going to place the stamens in one place like that, and then take my tape, stretch your tapes nicely, and then start covering your stamens. See, I've just covered like this. Now take another set, same way, the same level, make sure that it covers the same level. You then firmly hold it, and then tape it well. Okay, now once again, wherever you feel it's less, add. Add the stamens. But make sure you're having it in the same level, okay? Don't go a little bit down, little bit up. It'll look very odd and it will not look realistic. See? Now I'll go once again here. See? Until you get a nice full space to be covered. When you're tying up this place, it needs to be firm. Make sure that it is firm. Stretch your tips nicely. Now I'm going to keep here too. Then you can always spread it a bit. See, like this. Firm, once again, as I told you, just roll it as firm as possible. So I feel little bit we can add here and here. So already I have one more. So this is all. You need to see your placements how it is. Accordingly, you need to add them. See here. So see the position where you need more and add your stamens. I think I'm going to add just one more bunch after this. So it looks more even. Let me see. Still, I would prefer to add just maybe here. So just cut this bunch. Just one part of the bunch alone I'm going to use. Just bend the edges there on top. So I think this should be okay now. Then take this point. As I told you, make sure it's been firmly done. Okay, once this is done, then you can always move around these guys. Yeah, see this? This is your center. Okay, this is your anemone center. Now the petals. So as I told you, like 5 to 6 petals are more than enough. If you want, you can add 1 or 2 more also. But generally, if you see this Japanese anemone, it's more open and it will have 5 to 6 maximum petals. That's it. Okay. So you can always add, see the smaller petals first. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4 bigger petals and 3 smaller petals. So you can even have 5 bigger petals and 2 smaller petals also. So I'll do like that. I'll have 5 bigger petals and 2 smaller petals. So now to work on this, what I'm going to do, how to join it, you need to just hold the petal upside down hold the edge of the petal quickly and quick bend. So in that way, when you bend it, it bends exactly down this part. So when you keep it here and lift it up, you will not see the wire. Okay, so now we're going to tape it once again with half tape. Can just the same way use a half tape, stretch it nicely. Every single petal, see, you need to tape it till the down part of the wire. Until you see the wire, you need to tape it, or else your petals will start moving. So in this way, it will be more firm. So the second one, the smaller petal, you can keep it anywhere, it doesn't matter where. I'm just going to keep it here. And then I'm going to tape it. Make sure you stretch your tapes. So once you stretch your tape, then the glue gets activated and it gets stuck. Okay. Now the rest of the petals the same way, quick bend, and then start adding them. Don't worry about the placements too much. We can later also adjust the placements. Now the positioning in the first few is very important. See, until the last point of the wire, I'm keep taping it. That is a must. Okay, same way, a quick bend here. Position it as much as possible. So when you position it first, then you will know where it is already. Okay, then tape it. These are so dainty looking when you work on this. So many colors you get it. I like it in white. They look more beautiful, so I have done it in white. You can do in any colors. You have pink, you have purple, you have violet. Even double colors you can work on. Just position up where it needs to be. And then tape them firmly. And then once again here too. See the positioning. If you see, I have taped where I have taped the same way. stretching it and working on. Yeah, now you see, this is your Japanese anemone. See the bends what we have given here, it looks more natural, you see the petals when we give the bends. This is very important when you give that. Okay, so this is your beautiful Japanese anemone. You can do it any color, as I told you. You can even give a touch of pink or plum to this. They look amazing.